Good morning, everyone. It's Friday. You guys know how I feel about Friday. It's Friday, guys. So, are we podcasting out of the car today with no makeup? No, guys. I'm just worried I might cry for this one, so I didn't even think to do makeup because I know after this I'm gonna have to go to my happy place, and that is, you guys can see what I'm dressed in. Yes, I need to go for a run just to clear my mind. I am currently in the street approaching the accident scene where the accident was. So let's get to it. Welcome to Curious Conversations with Angel. I hope you guys sit back, relax, and don't cry. Ne? I'll try also not to cry. But guys, I thought that I'm going to share this moment with you. It's my very first time coming back here after the accident, and one thing I can tell you is I'm scared. I don't ride it with confidence anymore on the road. I don't know when that is going to end though. But I'm going to flip my camera now so that you guys can see, and then go this journey with me. This episode is not just for, well, I hope people are not doing this, but it's not for attention, guys. The intention is to help those that can't deal. It's to help me deal. So, to keep you further updated, hit that like, subscribe, and share, comment, anything. You guys know this. Comment anything, guys. Comment, help me get through this. Tell me something I don't know. Comment something I don't know. I don't know how to deal with this. I'm trying to keep a brave face. I am that person when in pain, I try not to show it too much. But strong people break too. And that doesn't make us weak. That doesn't make us weak at all. So I want to just maybe share my experience to maybe help you realize and understand yours, or know how to deal with yours, or know how maybe yours were more severe than mine. You can be helping me, and I could be seeing like, mine wasn't so bad, like, that person's was bad, and you will understand me through the rest of this episode. I do understand that maybe mine is not as severe as others could have been, but it was also my accident, and it was also my trauma. And no matter how it's scaled, whether it's less than yours or more than yours, each one's trauma is their own. But we are here together to help each other through this, deal with it at the best of our ability. Without further ado or further talking let us, sorry, my nose is itching. I'm around a lot of greenery. I'm currently in Roosevelt Park, and this is my first appearance to the accident, after the accident. I will tell you guys now why I'm here. And you will hear in the episode why I got here. But I did get advice from a very, very loving person and helpful person to say I need to visit the accident scene. That will also help me deal with it. So I'm going to flip my camera and you're going to take a ride with me. Don't cry. I don't know, am I telling you, am I telling me not to, but I'm flipping my camera. Hoosa. I think I purposefully need to ride behind them because there was a car in front of me. Oh my word. Gosh. There was a camera in front of there was a car in front of me. So obviously I was riding and I was in a hurry, I'm not gonna lie. My speed here, I'm sure, was more than what my speed was when I got here. Oh my god. There was a car in front of me and my car was moving slowly like this. When I came to the four-way stop, I looked left, I looked right, and then I turned. And then poof, it was in me. And my car landed up exactly just here. From that four-way stop. So I'm going to stop here quickly. I'm going to look for a nice place here to set up so that I can talk with you. Oh, am I sweating? I feel very hot right now. Is the birds making me nervous or is the actual place making me nervous? Come on, just quickly cry. I'll be with you guys now. So I thought I was recording and I wasn't recording. Guys, oh my word. I was almost like 10 minutes into the recording when I realized only afterwards I wasn't recording, guys. I think that's the nerves. Like I was saying, while I wasn't recording myself, but like I was saying, let me give you guys a breakdown as to what happened that day. Because when I started this episode now, I was lost. I really didn't know where to start or how to start. And as most know me, shame, let them be in. Guys, one thing I also just want to apologize for is there will be some cars riding past, there will be some animals making a noise, birds and so on. I did really want to make this episode here where the accident was, not just for myself, but for somebody that I can also help deal with what happened to me that happened to them. And guys, I tried a new hairstyle, but for the wind, it's looking very wild. Yeah. We got up every morning, then we get up 5 o'clock in the morning. Our alarms wake us up. Sometimes we snooze, but on the specific days, sorry for that, we actually snoozed longer than we thought. When one of us woke up, we realized that, we're late, right? So we were late. We were rushing to go drop my husband at work. When I got back home, I dressed Aaliyah. I put her in the car seat. The boys also got dressed. When we got in the car and we rode. So we were staying by another place, not where we are currently. So it was a bit further than where we are now because we are closer to school by our current residence. However, from where we were riding, it was quite a distance, so I had to catch up time because we were already late. And that's my audience, guys. They clapping because they are also so proud of me for facing my fear. This is a very big fear, guys. But one thing I can say, I'm actually very proud of myself. And you guys must excuse me, I got a thing with grass. Yeah. I got a thing with grass. I suffer with sinus, so please do excuse. But that doesn't also give me reason to be yes. I just want to deviate quickly from the from the reason why I made this episode. When somebody tells me, so if you want to go look for where the grass is greener on the other side, you can do so. Guys, I don't want to go look for grass. Do you guys see what happened? I start itching, I start sinus and swelling and sneezing and snuffing. So, who looks for grass in today's life, guys? Anyway, let's get back to the episode. Yeah, and so when we now rode from the house, so I was rushing. Some people. Okay, guys, hold on. Like, I wonder what they're doing there on top. God only knows. Anyway, I was rushing from home to get them early, but that day was actually a more rushful day or experience because that day my son wanted to change his subjects, and he could only have that day before 8 o'clock to change his subjects, because then he's going to have to stick with the subjects that they have. So I was trying to mainly, beat the office, try and get to the office, because I wasn't even rushing to get to the other side of the school, which is on the other side of the where I'm currently, because I'm actually sitting very much close to the office now. There is a primary school behind me, a preschool behind me, but that's not the school. It's actually a little bit further than here. And for those that know me, I do ride fast. I ride very fast sometimes, but I'm not reckless. It doesn't mean that you're always riding fast, that you're reckless. No. So, I was riding fast to get my children in time. Who doesn't? So you know what? Sue me, crucify me, do what you must. But for those that know me, I do ride fast. And some judge me also, mind you. Yeah. Some judge me also, and some has some shade to throw also, in our Afrikaans language, let's say woordjies. But what the hell? It is what it is. People will be people. You need them in your life. Certain people in certain department. But for those that don't know me, I do ride fast at times, but I'm not a reckless driver. I'm definitely not a reckless driver, especially not with my children in the car. So eventually we get here. I was doing numbers on the road while getting here. Eventually when I get here, I'm involved in an accident between 0 to 10 kilometers an hour. And that frustrates me. I've been pushing numbers, getting here, and somebody that was also speeding rode into me. Yes, it was his right of way as he stated, but according to him, I rode into him. He didn't ride into me. But yet, the side of the car where my children was, he rode into. And according to him, he never rode into the street I was. I rode into the street he was. Okay, fine and well if you want to be technical. But you were speeding, because if you were riding 60, you would have prevented the accident. Because when I looked left and when I looked right, it was clear for me to go. But it's really true what they say. Look left, look right, and look left again, and then move off. And that was my fault there. I didn't look left again. But he came out of nowhere. And yeah, it's hitting me now, guys. You don't cry. And when I turned to go down to the school, he hit me so hard that I flipped. I don't know, must I say 90 degrees, but I flipped and I landed up on the direction that I was moving, but just further. So, and he landed up on the pavement almost into the corner house on the opposite direction I was standing from the four-way. And then we got out. I'm jumping the gun here. While I realized we in an accident, because all I heard Sashin saying, because my eldest son was sitting in front of me, so Sashin just said, "Ma, watch," and it was too late. And then he rode into the fender, the front fender, and he hit us so that our back parts also touched. And that's why you can see that there's a dent on the back part of the car as well. And then when we stopped and I realized we in an accident and there's smoke all around me, I looked at Sashin and then I heard Jordan screaming at the back, my sister, but he was screaming at the top of his voice. I never heard. Guys, when I looked back, I'm going to try and say this without crying. When I looked back, Aaliyah's body was in half. And I know it sounds bad because that is what it looked like. My daughter is running around now. God bless her soul. My daughter's body was in half. In what I saw when I looked back, her body was in half. I jumped out so fast, but at the same time I jumped out, Jordan grabbed her, but the blanket was still wrapped around her. The minute I grabbed the blanket, thank you. I guess they're here to add some humor. And yeah, the minute I grabbed the blanket off her, she never had a scratch on her body. She was probably traumatized by the heat and the collision. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. But I looked at Jordan. There was nothing. There was no blood. There was nothing. In my mind, I'm just thinking, okay, all of us are fine. No one has a scratch. So now I'm just thinking of internal injuries or something. And I ran across, because I seen there was a child that got out as well, a teenage boy that also got out, and he also trying to get out. I ran across to go see if they're fine. The minute I saw they're fine, I ran back to my children again, and I realized that this was our only car. And how hard it was for us to get this car. Because all the doors closed down on us with good credit scores, good credit profiles. All the doors were just shutting closed for us. Eventually, we never left it there. We threw our toys out of the cot and eventually we got the car. And then this happens. And I feel like we were robbed, to be honest. But like I say, I don't have the answers now. But only God knows. Only God knows why it happened. And the fact that we didn't come out without a scratch. Might I add, and I don't want attention. This is not for me wanting attention. This is also to come on this platform to have a moment of silence for the 14 children that died in that accident. I can't remember what the area was, that taxi accident. It happened at the same time our accident was, on the same day. So if we can just bow our heads and have a moment of silence for the children that passed on that day. Amen. The fact, and I think that's also what is, I'm grateful, don't get me wrong, guys. Like I said, I don't want attention, but I'm grateful that we could come out alive. There's families today that lost their kids. I cannot imagine what that must feel like. I think I had a pinch, you know that when they say a pinch of salt? I think I had a pinch experience, a pinch of salt experience. Because when I look back, my daughter's body was in half. When I look back, Aaliyah's body was in half. And I thought she's gone. I thought she's no more. And just to come get that, day today, all three my children is well and alive. And me too. And I can only thank God for this. Because there's families today, broken families today, that lost their loved ones in that tragic accident. And as much as I know we want to crucify the driver, I know that. I would probably too. And some parents or some people might have forgiven him. But I think that he needs to deal with the fact of forgiving himself. Because he made a very, very poor decision that day, I must say. I'm going to leave it there. And I'm not going to hop on that anymore. But I just want to thank God for sparing our lives. I really just want to thank God for sparing our lives. And that means clearly that He's not done with one of us. And that we have a purpose in this life. I would like to bring awareness as well to this area, Roosevelt Park in Randburg. There was a lot of people on that day that came and said that they were begging for four-way stops, for this to be made a four-way stop. They were begging. They were even yelling at the officer that was here, the JNPD officer that was here. They were scaling him and saying, we've been asking for four-way stop. If the people is not jumping the four-way, they're speeding into someone else. And they say it can only be once a month that there is accidents at this very four-way. It's nothing new to them. And some people even lost their lives already. Some people even lost their lives. And for me to have heard that on that day, guys, my legs were numb. I literally thought I was going to faint. I was screaming. I can remember that my sister-in-law called. I don't know what she said. I at the time I got so numb, and when it really hit me, I was looking for my children that was right in front of me. I was just screaming, someone get my daughter, my daughter. I can remember I was screaming, somebody must get my daughter. And I could see them. And I was numb. I literally fainted. There was a guy that also, I don't know his name. I think we took his number and I can't remember where we saved it. But there was a guy that assisted us so nicely, and I want to thank him. God knows who he is. He knows who he is. So if you do come across this, I want to thank you so much for being there for me and my kids. As much as the other driver wanted to blame us, or wanted to blame me, the JNPD officers, the people that came here to assist us, even the tow truck drivers as well, that was a tongue twister, also kept me calm, and they were also so very, very helpful. My children did alert my husband. My husband was riding all the way out to Krugersdorp and basically got here when majority of everything that happened was a little bit settled. Fire brigade was here, the police was here, it was, yeah. And I really would like to thank my sister-in-law that was sitting all the way in Kimberley that alerted my auntie that was in Constantia Kloof. She came all the way from there to come check if we're fine. And I asked her if she can't go take my children home so that I could deal with what I needed to deal with afterwards, because then all the admin now came with statements and going to the police station and accident report and insurance and yeah, do I want to have a bit of my mind regarding insurance? Insurance never covered us, by the way. And it was just a roller coaster, guys. It was a huge roller coaster. But all I can say is that I can thank God for sparing me and my children's lives, and I'm very grateful. I'm really, really very, very grateful. I know everything happens for a reason. I don't have the reason why this specific I don't have the reason why this specific thing happened, but I know that in a later stage it will reveal itself. Like I wanted to explain now, I just want to bring awareness to pleading with, even if it's the ward council, if you can just watch this. I mean, like I said, I'm in Roosevelt Park, you know who you are. Can you please advocate for this area, for this specific intersection and two-way stop, to plead and make it a four-way stop, guys. Make it a four-way stop, because there's accidents regularly. And the fact that I was one of them, please, can we please make this a four-way stop? We think it would save so many other lives in the near future. It would save so many other lives. We got home after they told us that it's going to take some time, so we must come tomorrow, the following day now. Got home, insurance called to get my statement, and then we carried on with the process of the insurance. And the reason for them not insuring us wasn't for any reasons of the actual accident. It was just misunderstanding and admin and finances. Let me just leave it there. And it's just, I would love to just let us know. It's better. Not that I'm saying don't be punctual, because I don't like arriving late by a place, and I don't like it when someone's late. But because of what happened to me, it probably happened to you also, or you never know. And I don't want to speak anything on anyone listening and watching this, but you never know. It's rather better to arrive late than never to arrive at all. You understand? To not arrive at all. Why am I mixing my words and sounding like I'm not educated? It's better to arrive late than never. There we go. It's better to arrive late than never. I'm not saying, like I say again, I'm not saying don't be punctual, but it's better to arrive late than never. If you are late, make arrangements. If you know you're not going to be punctual enough to come on time, make arrangements, call in, give people heads up, but don't rush to please a boss or anyone else to risk your life and the life of others. And that is a valuable lesson I learned, and that I want to share with you. God only knows our beginning, our journey, and our end. Only He knows. Only Him, not us. So, while you're in your journey of your life, stay safe. Try it at the best of your ability. Sometimes it's not always possible, but just try. That's all I can say. I want to thank you guys so much for taking this time to hear my story. I hope it helps someone. What I can say is, a good support system, and pray. What helped me, and this might seem weird, but what actually helped me was, sorry for that, what actually helped me was, I was in this accident every day. I kept seeing this white bucky coming. I was in the accident every day. And I think it helped. It was a journey. It was trauma I had to go through. Because I couldn't go over it. I couldn't go under it. I couldn't dodge it. I had to go through it. And that's why I underestimated myself. That I was actually stronger than what I thought when I got here. Thank you. Thank you. But I am actually really, really strong. Strong people break too, don't get me wrong. And so now and then, we need to cry. But what helped me was a good support system, which was friends and family, that I didn't speak to too much. I didn't speak to a lot of people what I normally used to do. But to those that was there and spoke to me and gave me the words of encouragement and that was crying with me, I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And the fact that I was in that accident every day, I had to deal with it every day. And I think as much as I had to deal with it every day, and that's how I got basically, I won't say got over it, but that's how I could deal with it. And the main thing was that I spoke to my God. I spoke to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I spoke to Him. I prayed. I asked Him questions. I answered my own questions as well while praying to Him, while asking Him. And I knew He was carrying me through this. I always wondered, why is there one set of footprint in the sand? Where is He? Where is He? Why is there not two footprints in the sand? In the meantime, He was the one carrying me. He was the one carrying me, and that was His footprint in the sand. So, as much as we think that we are alone, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ will always be there. He will never leave us nor forsake us. And that is something I really want to leave with you today. If you need anyone to talk to, you can comment. We'll talk. I'll answer questions. I'll even give some advice. If you don't know how to deal with something, please comment. I will reach out to you. We can talk. We can discuss. We can see how we can make your life a little bit better. Because talking really helps. Not everybody is there for you. Not everybody wants to hear your side of the story. Not everybody wants to give you their shoulder to cry on. And I've learned that the very hard way and very sad and disappointing way. I had to learn that not everybody is there for you. But for those that was there for me, the little that was there for me, I thank you very, very much. And know that I am here for you too. And thank you for being there for me. And some people probably, why must I do this publicly? Why must I go YouTube? I like it. I love it. I love speaking. I realize I've got a voice. I was silent for too long. I was quiet for too long. I too have a voice. And when I started discovering my voice, I speak. And no one will shut me up. No one. If you don't want to hear anything, scroll. If you're interested and you would like to hear my story and you would like to interact with me, I'm here. And I'm grateful that you taking this time to listen. I'm grateful for you subscribing, for liking, for commenting, for staying tuned to Curious Conversations with Angel. Thank you so, so, so much for everyone that subscribed. And I would like to send a special shout out to my sister Chantel Webb. She was my very first subscriber. Yes, she wanted me to tell you that. But thank you, Shani. Thank you so much for being my first subscriber. And I would appreciate it if you guys could hit that subscribe button so that you can stay curious with Angel. Thank you once again, guys. I love you all. And say bye to my audience. they so wanted to be in. They're now in another tree. I wonder, are they? Oh, I see they walking. I see they walk. Oh, they're on the road. Somebody, they got hooted at. They got hooted at. They were almost bumped. But yes, guys, I would love it if you guys share this video so that you never know who you can touch with this. You never know what awareness you can bring, especially to the fact that we really, really need this specific four-way. We really need a four-way stop so that it can save lives. So share, friends and family, with important people also. Share it. Please subscribe. I love yous. Thank you for everything. Thanks for watching. And always, always stay tuned to Curious Conversations with Angel. Goodbye.